What's going on, my little piglets? It's your BFF Pork Chop here, and I'm coming at you with another update with Pork Chop. Back on the iPhone SE cam. I'm giving my iPhone 7 a little break. I found this phone in this car the other day, like I said, I think yesterday in my vlog, and I was very excited about it, and it's back. It might be a little less quality, but apparently they're both 4K, so what are you gonna do? But leaving my job right now and about to go do a couple of things before I head to Lubbock with my dad to go see the hottest band in the world. So bear with me tomorrow night. I am gonna be a little groggy, a little zombie. I was talking to Gary, one of the guys that works up here, and I told him I was doing a suicide trip to Lubbock, and he just shook his head and he's like, that's never good. And I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. But today was one of those times where I got up at 6 a.m., hit snooze, woke up about 6:15, hopped in the shower, and kind of sat back down in bed for about 5 minutes because I had like 5 minutes to go. So yeah, showered, got ready, got dressed, and then kind of laid back down, looked at the wife, just she told me to wake her up, so I woke her up and we talked for a little bit and then headed to work. And I was dragging so bad this morning. And it's because I got called in. I didn't really get called in last night, but Pizza Planet called me, or Tim messaged me on Facebook and said, hey, you coming in for your shift tonight? I got you 6 to 10. I was like, 6 to 10? I was like, it's Monday. I can only work Tuesday through Friday. So I told him, I'm like, nah, man, I had no idea I was supposed to come in today. When I got this new job, I said that I can only work Tuesday through Friday. And he's like, dude, it's my bad. It's my fault. He said, I forgot that I switched you and somebody else. And I forgot to tell you. And so I was like, oh, well, damn. He's like, I'm not mad about it, man. He's like, it's no big deal. He's like, just get here when you can. I was so upset because I was going to have dinner last night with Chris and Ashley and Tanner and Bailey. And I was just like, come on. And, of course, my wife. I was like, come on, y'all. I want to do things, I want to eat dinner with my friends before it's all said and done. And when I did that, sorry, I got stuck at a red light, and I was being extra cautious because there's a police officer right there. So respect the law, respect it. So I was like, oh man. So I was upset last night, and there's a moral to this story, y'all. I was very upset last night because I got called in. I was already exhausted. My plan was to go, have a dinner with some of my friends for a couple hours, and then go home and pass out and be in bed by about 10 o'clock. And that didn't happen that way. I didn't get to bed till about 11:30 last night. But that was because I was the only closer, but luckily Tim was cool and pitched in and helped me close. But I was okay. It was about 8. No, it was about 9 o'clock last night, and I'm sitting in my car, and I'm just like, I'm driving to my next delivery, and I'm just like, come on, like why did I have to come tonight? Why is this? Why? I was like, this is irritating. I was being very selfish last night, and I was like, why? I mean, I worked from 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. at this job, and now you're telling me that I have to work tonight. Like, I was like expecting a night off. I was throwing a pity party. I was not happy at all. And then I'm listening to Dave Ramsey on local radio. They have him at night. They play like kind of like his highlight reel, pretty much condensed. I believe it's condensed, but of his radio show. And I was just like, yeah, listen to Dave Ramsey, and he's talking to this one woman about how she's an idiot because she panicked when the coronavirus took over, so she drained her retirement fund. She got scared and thought that the economy was going to come crashing down, so she took all of her money out. And Dave's like, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? And he's like, even people during the 2008 recession, like if you had like $6 grand in your bank account, you should have you would have like 30 grand by now, in 12 years, just stuff like that, if you invested. And he's just like, man, he's like, the coronavirus isn't going to mess with stuff. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. But I was sitting there, throwing a pity party for myself. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm low key, kind of like, I can't keep my eyes open because I'm on the road. How do I know I'm tired? Is when my eyes start burning profusely. And when my eyes start burning like that, then it's time, man. It's time for me to check out and go home and go to sleep. But I was at work, so I couldn't do that. But yeah, I had a low point last night. I'm just like, why? Why do I have to work? Why am I here? This is stupid. I should have told Tim, no, this is your problem, not mine. Like, I wasn't thinking rationally, like an adult. I was actually thinking more of like a millennial. Not sorry. I am a millennial, unfortunately, but I do not claim to be part of the millennials. But that's another topic for another day, also. So, and then during the show, he has a couple come in and they do their debt-free scream, and they talk about their story and they talk about their whole their journey from being so much in debt all the way to being debt-free, and that's why they're there. This couple was on the phone, but most people go to the Ramsey Solutions Studios to do their debt-free scream. I honestly would love to go with Jocelyn to do our debt-free scream when we get to that bridge, when we cross it. And like, they were just talking about how they had like $85,000 worth of debt, and that included student loan debt, that included a mobile home that they bought, an RV that they bought, like, just like all these things that they bought. They each bought cars, and it was just like they were like $85,000 in the hole or something like that. And it was just like the wife started talking about how like it was God's plan, like God was taking care of them because apparently they had tried forever and ever to sell this RV, because they said that was probably the worst investment that they could invest it in, was the RV. And it was like the biggest burden that they kind of had left in their journey. And they posted it on Craigslist as like, a final, a final thing. Like, okay, if this doesn't sell on Craigslist, we're screwed. We're just gonna have to eat the money that we invested in this. And they said like not even like a day later, somebody bought the RV and they were able to pay what they owed. They said they profited only like $2 or $3 off of selling the RV. Everything else went to paying off the RV. And so they paid off that debt and they profited $3. So go get a couple McChickens. And so that was cool. And as I am listening to this, the house that I delivered to gave me a big tip. The house after that gave me a big tip. The house after that gave me a big tip, because I had to take 4. Right as I was listening to this, I had just gotten back, or just dropped off a delivery at this hotel. And this hotel left me like a $15 tip, and I wasn't expecting it at all, because the guy handed me 2 20s, and I was like, oh, do you need change? And he just looked at me and looked at the money. He's like, nah, dude, you got this, it's yours. I'm like, holy crap. So last night I went from having like $10 in my wallet to $75 in my wallet last night, and I kind of choked up a little bit, got a little misty-eyed, and I was like, all right, God, I hear you. This is where I'm supposed to be right now. I'm supposed to be working at this wholesaler, and I'm supposed to be delivering pizzas at night, because also somebody called the radio show and was like, yeah, we're like I think she said we're $225,000 in debt. Most of that's my student loan, but it's going to be forgiven in 10 years. And Dave said, no, it's not. She said, what? And he said, no, it's not. He said, like 93,000 people have applied for the student loan forgiveness, and only like 10 people have gotten it, and that was 93,000 people. So she's like, oh man, I was really counting on that. Oh, geez, oh, shucks. Because she went to pharmacy school and accumulated like $120,000 of debt in student loan debts because she went to pharmacy school. And then Dave asked, well, what's your husband do? She's like, oh, he works part-time. He's the stay-at-home dad. And Dave said, no, he's not. He said, you got to look at it this way. You're in a financial crisis. You're $225,000 in the hole. He said, this is an all-hands-on-deck type of thing. This is scorched earth. He said, you both have to be working full-time. You both have to be getting side hustles. He said, what do you do now? Are you using your degree? And she's like, yeah. She said, I'm a pharmacist at this medical facility. And he said, good. Guess what you're doing on the weekends and nights? You're picking up ER shifts. You're picking up this. You're picking up that. Your husband, he's working a 40-hour job. And then on the weekends, he's delivering pizza, stuff like that. And I was like, whoa, like, dang. I was like, that's crazy. And so I was like, okay, like I was starting to feel a little bit better, but I was like, why? Why do I have to do this? Why am I here? Why me? I'm exhausted. And then Dave Ramsey pretty much told her, because she was like, oh, okay. And he said, hey, I don't mean to be a jerk or anything like that. He said, but you can sleep in 2 years or 2.5 years when you have this paid off. She said, as of right now, you're not going to be getting much sleep, but in 2.5 years, you're going to get like the best rest you've ever had or something like that. And I was thinking to myself, that's probably going to be me. 2 years from now, because that's our goal, is to have baby step 2 complete in 2 years. That's what the plan is to have that done in 2 years. And it's doable. It's definitely doable. And so I was like, okay. So for the next year to 2 years, I'm going to be doing what I need to do. And we will prosper. And also, there was something that was really cool I thought about. I'm sorry, this is like the Dave Ramsey thing. This is the Dave Ramsey vlog. I had a Batman vlog. This is the Dave Ramsey vlog. Tomorrow, I'm more than likely going to have the Kiss vlog. So if you guys don't want to hear about Kiss for 13 minutes, then I wouldn't tune in tomorrow. But he said he was talking to this one guy, and after he had all of his debt paid off and everything, he invested, and he became a millionaire. He got his first $1 million. His bank account had over $1 million in it. And Dave asked, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you? And he said, well, I'm 50 years old. He said, there you go. He says the average American, if they become a millionaire, they get their first $1 million about the age 51 and a half or something like that. And they get their second million at 57 or whatever. And the guy's like, okay, all right, great, fantastic, thanks. What's up, man?
What you cut me off for?
Because I'm doing stuffs. Nate just scared the hell out of me. You guys could have told me he was rolling up on me like that. But he said, what the fuck you cut me off for? I was like, because I'm doing stuff. But, and I was just like, you know what? That's an obtainable goal. Chris and I talked about this a while back, and you guys just saw me just flap my titty sweat all over the place. Sorry, TMI. But Chris and I talked about this, and Chris said that he pretty much wants to be retired at 50. He wants to be comfortable by the age of 50. And I'm like, you know what? That's 23 years for me. That's doable. I could do 50. I could definitely do 50. So if we can have all of our baby steps taken care of, then I don't see why I need to work past the age like 60. Because my grandma, she retired at 50 for different circumstances, because she, when my parents got divorced, she kind of stepped in and helped my dad take care of us. But I kind of like to do the same, is be retired by 50. But that's neither here nor there. So in 23 years from now, hopefully YouTube will still be a thing, and I'll still be able to do this. And I might be able to do this not only as a hobby, but for something that takes up most of my time. But if I need to work 2 jobs in the meantime, why not? Let's go for it. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I got to start getting ready for Lubbock to do my suicide trip to go see Kiss. The show starts at 7:30. We're hoping to get there at about 6:30 so we can eat and, mingle and, go buy T-shirts before the lines get too long or whatever. But thank y'all so much once again for dropping by, and always remember, my little piglets, Colin Pork Chop loves y'all the most, so y'all take it easy, guys, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, guys, and help me welcome back the iPhone SE. Also, a piglet asked me who my favorite Pokemon is. Charizard, dude. Why would I have anybody else on my wallet but Charizard? There's my Charizard wallet. Bye, guys!